All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the eBay shop. My name's Corey.
I'm Teresa.
And we are Grams and Pops Vintage. And today we're going to talk about what we do, well, winter's here. So, fall's here.
Yeah, don't say winter. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
There's no snow on the ground.
Fall is here, and that means winter's shortly behind. Garage sales are starting to close up, which means sourcing becomes extremely challenging for us in the Midwest here.
Yep.
So, we're going to talk
boonies.
about that. We're going to talk about what we plan to do, how we source during the wintertime,
Yep.
and how we keep our business going at the same rate or as well as we can through the winter. So if you're interested in that, if you live in an area where garage sales just kind of close down on you, this is how we handle it. But we do have things that got to go out. We've got a big packing day today.
We do. It's going to be a Corey complain packing day.
Yes, it is. I'm going to say curse words today because I'm packing a lot of big stuff. So what's the first one of those?
We sold a blow mold. It is a Union Products and signed by Don Featherstone Halloween pumpkin stack totem pole blow mold.
Gotta get clear back here so you can see it. It's a great big one. We actually got this one from Alicia Ink Picker.
Yeah, that means we've had it for a year and I just listed it like a week ago. But it was a good one. I had a conversation with the guy that bought it because shipping seemed to be high for him, so he sent an offer. I went and did some work and found him a cheaper shipping rate than what eBay offered. Oh no, that wasn't the one.
That wasn't the one.
That wasn't the one.
She lied.
I lied. So anyway, so this one sold for $119.99, plus we did a flat rate shipping on it.
You know what the only sad part about this is?
What?
It brought back a memory.
What memory?
We bought a couple of blow molds from Alicia, and one of them was my favorite one. It was an Ewok from like Star Wars, but it was a Halloween one.
And Grams broke it.
Teresa broke it. She broke a big chunk right out of its nose. It was
I might be able to fix it.
It was a little bit brittle.
Yep.
So it was older. It had been sun-baked a bunch. And Grams destroyed my Ewok. So I guess this makes up for it. It sold, so.
It did, for
yay.
good money too.
What do you get next?
We sold some DVDs. Oh, sorry, Blu-rays. We sold a lot of IMAX theater Blu-rays. It includes Speedway, Flight, Sea, Mummies, Canyon, and something else.
Something else.
What's the bottom one? Coral Reef.
Coral Reef, yep. So the kind of Discovery Channel type IMAX DVDs and Blu-rays, they do seem to sell pretty well for a decent price a lot of times. These sat for a long time.
They're out of our original DVD buy.
I actually have a giant stack of them behind this shelf that we haven't listed yet. That we need to list. But this list, or this group of 6, sold for how much?
Sold for good money. So there are 6, and it sold for $48.99 free shipping, and that'll cost me about $5 to ship media mail.
So yay, DVDs are still selling.
Slowly but surely.
All right, back for another sticker feature. Let's go see who we got.
This is a really, really weird one. Just warning everybody in advance.
Well, this is flattering. Leroy, you're a weird one. So we got Leroy, the wrench.
But he's not really a sticker because he won't send us one.
He hasn't sent us one yet, but I've got his word that he's going to.
We'll see. We'll give him a shout out and then we'll have to give him an actual shout out.
So who's Leroy?
Leroy is Blood, Sweat, Sell, or as I refer to him as a dog catcher.
The dog catcher, Leroy.
And he doesn't have his own YouTube channel, but he is on RIN, which is Reseller Information Network, with 3 other guys. And you can catch him every once in a while, most Thursdays, not every Thursday, on Buck Mountain Barn on their live.
Yep. So Leroy, we got you on the wall. You asked. You're there. But now you need to send me a sticker to put over that ugly wrench.
Yes.
All right, so the first thing, I guess first and foremost for us, when the season slows down, we don't necessarily look at it as a bad thing.
No.
This business is feast or famine. It goes up and it goes down. eBay's a roller coaster.
eBay's a roller coaster all year long.
All year long, but more so in the wintertime because it does, I mean, unless you're selling toys or something that move really good during fourth quarter, which we do some of, it tends to slow down quite a bit in certain seasons for us. So if that's the case for you guys, the best thing we could tell you is what we do is we just manage the good times and the bad times. Like, don't go spend all your money you make in the good times thinking it's just extra money. Know that your business has to support the whole year.
So take it and, you know, like we do in the winter, since we're not sourcing, we don't spend a whole lot of money in the winter, but we do in the summer somewhat to get products to sell through the winter to make that money up.
Yep. And when you're having the slow times, try to refocus on your business from more of an analytical side. Look at your business because you have more time. You're not running outsourcing all the time. Use that time to actually improve your business internally. Work on your processes.
Yep, and do an inventory.
Inventory is a good thing to do. Yes.
We got halfway through our inventory last year, but I think with the stuff that we have now, I think inventory will go way quicker because we've gotten rid of a whole lot of the little stuff and bulked them up versus trying to have to go through each one of them to find them.
Yeah, we are doing better at taking small sell price items like $5, $6, $8 items and lotting them up because we have so much stuff now. It's pretty easy to find something to lot up as opposed to when we had 500 items, we might only have one type of an item and it doesn't fit in a lot with something else. And now I believe our inventory on eBay is well over 3,000.
It is, last time I checked, hold on, let me look, I'm gonna verify. We were at 3,840 items.
Yay. I don't know if that's a thing to celebrate. That kind of sucks. We want to sell it all. We would like to be back down to 500. So if you're interested in anything,
we got lots to
come
sell.
grab it. But because we have that much, it almost never happens that we can't find something to pair up if we have a cheap item.
Yep.
We can almost always find something to build a bundle with. Plus we have the death pile behind us. So constantly we find things that we can lot up rather than selling the $5 items, which is what got us to where we are.
Yep.
But that's not going to take us to the next level. So what we worked on to get at this stage worked great and it got us here, but it's not going to work to get us to the next stage. So now we're switching up a little bit.
Yep, so we're
doing things different.
And like he did just mention, you know, for the winter, we do buy a lot of stuff during the summer and we don't necessarily get it all listed. So we do have a death pile.
Yep. And
we're not going to show you our death pile.
That's by design. I mean, we do have a death pile by design. We call it a death pile just because that's what everybody knows it as.
It's our sourcing pile. We're going to call it our sourcing pile.
Our sourcing pile? Our listing pile?
No, it's not listing. It's our sourcing
it's
pile.
It's stuff we have to list. But in any case, it's like a squirrel putting nuts away for the winter. I mean, we're packing stuff in here as much as we can all summer. Shut up. I said nuts. I know.
No, you're the nut.
Great. But yes, during the summer when things are good and there's a ton of stuff out there, we do buy heavily. Mm-hmm. And we try to build up our piles so that when winter hits, we have stuff. I think we probably got at least 2 months of stuff worth listing if we don't buy another thing. Minimum.
Probably.
Plus we have a bunch of stuff over in the other building that we've decided is not worth selling on eBay, but that doesn't mean we can't go over there and go through it again and build bundles.
Yep.
Because there is stuff over there that we've decided would sell well for a decent price as long as we bundle it up. So we've got out of that. So we've got at least 2 to 3 months worth of stuff, I would say.
Yep.
At minimum 2 months where we could just source from our own stuff without buying anything else.
Correct.
So that's the first thing we do. And we have more, so stick around. We'll try not to make the video too boring. Well, Teresa, I'll try to keep her from being boring.
I'm pretty sure it's the other way around.
So what else did we sell?
We sold some serum. Actually, oil.
That sounds really like you make it in a cauldron, like a witchy thing. Well, 'tis the season.
Okay, so we sold a Vitality Extracts Skin Envy Pure Essential Oil Blend, and it comes with a dropper. Be careful because the dropper is glass and the bottle is glass.
Ooh, that's some high end. That's some quality stuff.
It is.
Do
you remember where I bought those? I don't know.
It's for Vitality.
Skin Envy. So it makes your skin better.
Ooh.
Do you remember where we bought those?
I don't.
In Plankington.
On the highway sale?
Yeah, at the one lady that, remember, she knew my family?
Vaguely. I try to pay attention when people start talking.
Actually, no, she knew you guys.
Probably. We grew up in that area, so.
Anyways.
So we got some skin care.
Some skin oil.
Stuff. Skin oil. We're selling snake oil.
Paid $8 for them.
There's a hair on
So I did pay up. But it sold for $34.99 plus shipping.
Yep. And an easy shipper too.
Yep. I am so sad to see this next item go. I will have to give you the video so you can post it on here so people can see what it does.
Are there no batteries in her?
No, I take all the batteries out of all of them.
Okay. So we got the sexy kitty. That's what it's called.
No, she's not.
That's what you
That's
wrote.
what I wrote up there, but that's not what she's called.
That's not what she's called.
No.
What is she called?
She is a 2007 pink animated singing Christmas sassy cat singing Santa Baby.
Her claws are actually like plastic. Okay.
She is so cool. Like, she gets the whole neck moving on. Her tail
Graham's
wags.
is getting down over here. All right. So what is the sassy cat sell for?
She sold for $48.99. She came out of our lot, so we didn't pay much for her at all.
We bought her in Lincoln. Right?
Yep, along with all of our gemmies.
Yep.
Okay, so before we get into the full next topic, we have an announcement to make.
Well, it'll be the same topic. We're going to continue the topic all the way through.
But we're going to make an announcement.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, you are seeing this video, I think, on October 2nd.
Should be.
On October 1st, tickets dropped and are available.
Tickets dropped like a concert.
They dropped. Tickets dropped, and they're available on Planes to Profit. So, Planes to Profit tickets are available for next year's event, which is what days?
March 28th and 29th of 2025.
Yep.
So it's coming up. It's like 180 days away from like today.
Okay.
So Planes to Profit reseller meetup in Omaha, Nebraska, March 28th and 29th. We had a really good event last year.
We did.
We
It was a
sold out
blast.
we sold out of all the tickets, and we rented a party bus. We went thrifting around Omaha. We did a bunch of other stuff. We had speakers, and we had a bunch of networking time. So it was a really fun event. And this year we're going to try to do it a little bit bigger and better.
Yep.
But we are still capping the
Limiting.
tickets at like 50 tickets. We're not going to sell more than that because we want to get everybody onto the party bus.
Yep, and the party bus. It was
It was
there was
packed.
people sitting on people's laps in the party
Yep.
bus, but it was
was
okay.
packed.
They all had a blast. We jammed out to tunes.
Yep. And we actually had under the bus storage,
Yes.
like a Greyhound type bus, so that when we went sourcing, everybody brought IKEA bags. We loaded up, and then we just stuffed all the stuff under the bus. So it made for a really cool sourcing type trip. And it'll be just as spring's getting ready to break in Omaha, so weather shouldn't be an issue.
Correct.
And we got really lucky last year. We did it in February. Surprisingly, we still sold out the tickets even in February in Omaha.
And we were able to walk like everywhere. There were people. It
Everywhere.
was nice enough that
Yep.
people were out walking around and everything. So
And the hotel we're going to be at, they have a shuttle. So if you can make it to the airport, you pretty much don't need a vehicle the whole time you're there because everything is right in the downtown area, and the shuttle will take you pretty much anywhere you want to go. You just go to the desk and say, "Can we get the shuttle?" And they take you where you need to go. So that's that. As of yesterday of this video, tickets are now available, and there are 50 tickets available total. So if you're planning on coming, grab your tickets.
And one additional piece, because we say we, but we is Corey and I, and Alicia Inked Picker are
Yep.
hosting it this year.
Yep. We're the ones trying to coordinate it and get everything together. We're doing all the legwork to make sure everything's in place. But they are the ones that make the event. So
It is.
we're counting on you guys.
We are.
Yep. Get your tickets.
So on to the next place of sourcing, which I have actually done somewhat okay with this summer,
You have been doing pretty good with it. Yep.
is Facebook Marketplace. So we bought a couple things off Facebook Marketplace. They're still for sale, but some of them have sold super quick.
Yep.
It's-
We've done some really profitable deals buying from Marketplace. You just got to be on top of it.
Yep.
When something good goes on that has a good resale value left in it, it tends to go quick. So you got to stay on top of it. Set up some alerts. Make sure you're watching your email. But Facebook, Craigslist, classifieds from newspapers, anything like that you can watch during the winter time, we get much more active watching those because there aren't 30 garage sales to go to. My voice is trying to go out.
Did you? I can't say it.
What?
I was going to say, did you hit puberty?
Not yet. Still a youngin'.
So I have not been real good on Craigslist. Actually, I did. I did reach out to one person on Craigslist. He had some nudie anime figures, but he never got back to me. So I don't know how good Craigslist. I think I like Facebook Marketplace better because you can message them right there on the app. You can see the conversation. Whereas Craigslist, you have to email them or they give you a phone number to text or something like that.
Craigslist is kind of a dying platform, but every once in a while there are still some people that list stuff over there. We've talked to people that listed their garage sales on Craigslist, and then they wonder why nobody showed up. Like, so it is still worth checking. And believe it or not, a lot of people still list in their local newspaper classifieds, especially in this area, in a more rural area.
I know for us, one place that I used to look back before, Facebook was a thing and all of this, whatever it was, like our local television station in Sioux Falls, Kellerland, they have a classified section too.
They do.
There's not a whole lot that ever gets listed there anymore.
It's usually just somebody selling puppies or something.
Puppies or vehicles.
Yep. But the deals are out there. Keep an eye on them. You never know what somebody's going to post. So we do get more active in those type of, what would you even call it? Those type of marketplaces in the wintertime, because sourcing is so slim.
It is, but I enjoy checking Facebook out. I scroll it all the time.
It makes my head hurt, so I don't do it often.
He doesn't do well with Facebook Marketplace on his phone because he has a stupid iPhone. But Marketplace works really good on mine. I have an Android.
Shut up. All right, what's sold next?
Some shoes! We sold some shoes out of our storage bin, or out of our second rich person storage locker that we bought. That is the brand.
What is it, Paul?
They are Paul Smith Wingtip two-tone brown Baroque leather Oxford shoes.
Yep. So they come in this bag. This came out of the storage unit we affectionately call the rich guy storage unit.
Ooh, those got a little squished.
And that's kind of what they look like. Yeah, we're gonna have to stuff some paper in there to make sure they show up looking nice.
Yep. But do you know why they're called Baroque?
Well, they're not broke.
No, Baroque. Not,
Broke.
No, Baroque. No, it's actually Baroque. But the little dots and the like leather punching on it is what that is. And they're wingtips because they look like wings coming off the front end.
Look at that. Grams is getting in on the keywords.
So those ones sold. You put them away before I got a chance to tell you what they sold for. Those ones sold for $85 plus shipping.
All right, so the next one is a Department 56.
That's what I've been listing lately. I have finally gotten all of the drafts done, except for one that I forgot back here, of all of my Department 56 that I bought the last 2 lots.
Yep, so this one's a footbridge.
Stone footbridge.
Stone footbridge.
Yep, and it sold for $12.99 plus shipping.
I'll be so glad when this Christmas season's over. I hope all this Department 56 sells, because Grams keeps buying lots of it. And they usually do pretty well, but there's always a dozen or two that stick around and they just don't move well. So
I have a Lamax one from last
crossed.
year. So, okay, the next one is 2 of the items that we're going to talk about in this section are ones that Corey does not like to do, right?
Yeah.
It's thrift stores, so Goodwill, which we don't go to Goodwill a whole lot anymore, but we probably will start once.
During the wintertime, we tend to hit them more.
Yep. Goodwills, we also have St. Vincent de Paul's in our location. We have a New to You. We have Padres, which is this teeny tiny little place. And we don't have as many of the, what do you call those? Like, they're like the Amazon bin store returns, but they're not like the one that we went to is not like the Amazon bin stores that we've been to. Do you know what I mean?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So we went to the bin store, which is now closed.
The other one's more like a pallet liquidation store.
That's what I was thinking of. Yes.
I was trying to figure out what you were even saying.
We do have one of those in town, and we've been there. We bought some stuff from there. I think we've sold most of what we've gotten from there.
They're a little higher priced.
Yeah, so they start out at like $15 for the first day, $9 for the second day, $6, $3. I don't know what their schedule is.
And they pull a lot more of the good stuff out of the bins and put it on the shelves for sale at a retail price.
Yep.
So they're much more active about pulling the good stuff out, so what's left is not great.
No.
But we do tend to focus more on thrift stores, bin stores, and stuff like that. We don't do the bins often, and I don't know if we'll do it this year, mostly just because I don't like the bin store, the atmosphere. I was really tempted to just say I don't like the quality of people that go to bin stores, but that's not really the case.
No.
I think it's more the way the bin store sets it up. You almost can't help but look like a heathen while you're in there.
When we went to that one, though, that was a pallet liquidation store, they weren't like running into each other and trying to cut off in front of each other like they do at the Amazon.
That one seemed to be a little bit more high class.
Yeah.
Like people were behaving themselves. There wasn't
no pushing and shoving
Yeah.
and
so. But bin stores in general, I don't like the atmosphere. I don't like. Well, it's not even competition because even in competition, there's a level of respect that people have for each other. And in bin stores, it just seems like it just goes away. I know a lot of people shop at bin stores. I'm not trying to say that's everywhere. That's just the experience we've had. I don't like how people act in bin stores, and I'm also way less tolerant than I was at one point in my life. So I have no patience for the bin stores. Like I will go to jail in a bin store. So I just don't. I don't go there.
So I don't mind the thrift stores. I don't mind the bin stores.
Thrift stores, I don't mind. You just got to really dig for the deals.
Yep. And we've gotten some good ones at Padres lately.
We have gotten good deals at thrift stores. Even our local one here in town, we've gotten some really good deals at.
We have. Remember that motor that I sold?
And we sold a whole center boat console that
we
we could
did.
ship all the way to Texas.
We did.
It was a big fiberglass console. But thrift stores, there are deals in. You just have to dig more, and you're not going to come away with a car full. You're going to come away with one or two gems. And then lately, we've been into books. Or I've been doing books.
You knew I was going to correct you, didn't you?
We've been experimenting with sending books into Amazon for FBA. And then the ones that don't do well on Amazon, we're doing on eBay.
Yep.
So we've been playing with that. So this winter we will be looking for library sales and stuff like that, which is something we never paid much attention to. We have been to a few, but not with what we know now. Like we went fairly blindly and we were like, well, why would anybody buy these? Now we kind of see some opportunity there. So we'll be exploring that.
Yeah. He's the only one with the app. So when we go to the thrift stores,
Yeah, I'm the only one
I
scanning.
have to sit and wait for him to fish, which is abnormal. I know I've said it in previous videos. It's abnormal because typically he's done way before I am.
Yep. Well, if we ever get to the point where we're actually making money on books, and we are totally not making money on books, then we will update it to where we both have the app. But right now, we just don't want to spend the extra money because while I see opportunity there, we haven't realized that opportunity yet.
Nope.
Like we haven't actually made anything. So we don't want to invest a bunch of stuff into a new path that's just not working yet.
Something like that.
All right. So what actually sold next?
We sold a tie clip. I don't know if it's called a tie clip or a tie pin. It's not a pin.
Well, it's kind of
It's a tie bar.
Yeah, it's a clip.
No, let me see.
It's got a little clip
That's
on the
a tie
back.
bar.
Tie bar.
Tie
Okay.
bar. Because the
It's
clips
a
are the things
sword,
that do this.
Guys, it's a sword.
It is. It is a vintage Swank gold and
Swank.
silver tone because there's a piece on there
There's
that's
a
silver.
little piece.
Yep.
The pommel.
And it's a broadsword.
It is.
Tie clip bar.
Yep. So that's what it looks like. Pretty cool one.
It is. That came out of our lot that we bought on shopcommons.net.
We did.
Nice plug, huh?
Well, and that's a good point. Like this winter, places like Shop Common that sell wholesale lots, that could be a good.
It will be because people that are down south that are just getting into their garage sale season.
This is not a paid
Help us out.
This is not a paid advertisement for Shop Commons, but that could be a good opportunity.
You're welcome, Kevin.
Yep. Hit me up, Kevin. We'll work a deal. We'll do a paid ad. But no, Shop Commons, we have made some pretty good money on there, both selling and buying wholesale lots. So that is another place that we hadn't even thought of just yet, but we are already doing it.
That's why my table is full of leather jackets currently because I got to find a place to source to take pictures of them. But that sold for $17.99, free shipping.
All right, the next one was almost a missed opportunity.
Shut up. Okay, so the next one that sold was a Fujifilm Instax 210 instant camera film wide format with film and lens.
Yep, so it's this guy here.
It is.
And he was sitting on a table when we were at the highway sale in Lincoln. And I looked at it and just briefly did a quick comp on it. I was like, hey, Teresa, look that up while I was doing something else. And Teresa thought that I just wanted her to take a peek. And she didn't look it up and she walked away from it. I think they had it for just
$5.
Yeah, $5 for it. And then we did end up, after a while, I was like, Teresa, you didn't pick that camera up. And she was like, oh, you wanted me to actually look at it. So we did go back and pick it up.
That was at the same sale that Steve stole my hat.
Steve didn't steal the hat. Teresa comped a hat.
For $35.
And it was a $35 hat. She thought they were asking $50 for it. They were actually asking 50 cents. So Steve did the right thing. He bought that.
So on top of the $5 we paid for the camera,
We bought film.
I did buy film, which was like $24, I think, just so that I could test it and make sure. The film does come with it.
That was a pretty large expense.
Yeah, normally I don't.
To take on, but we had a pretty good idea that this worked fully. And if you can fully test it and have a test photo with it,
There is one in there.
they actually do sell better and for a higher price. And this one sold for how much?
$109.99 plus shipping.
Yep. And we ended up with about $30 in it total. So
Yep.
a little more than we wanted to put in it, but without the picture, without fully testing it, it would have been
Way less.
way less profit.
Yep.
All right, so the last piece, it's probably not the last piece. It's the last one in this video. It's the last one we could think of just brainstorming this morning. But one thing we do more towards the end of winter than anything else.
It's my favorite thing.
When we run out of inventory and we've taken the time to actually address the problems in our business and we've done everything we can, but it's time to start gearing up, but spring isn't here yet, we do usually go out and we shop at auctions and storage units, and we try to buy a couple of storage units to bring them in.
Yep.
We've done really well so far.
Yep.
I have heard horror stories
stories
about people doing horrible on units. They pay $400 thinking they're getting something, and it turns out to be a dud. But we try to be real careful with what we buy for storage units, and we are in a unique opportunity here to be able to dispose of stuff. So mattresses, couches, stuff that is
How do we
just
dispose
garbage.
of that stuff?
We drag it in the middle of a driveway and we pour diesel on it and
Light it up.
poof, it goes away. And then all I have to do is take our magnet and pick up all the springs and stuff and throw them in the garbage. So we do have that ability where a lot of people don't. So we're not paying to get rid of 80% of every storage unit, which is about what you do get rid of. Some donate, some stuff some goes on Facebook Marketplace, but generally about 80% of a storage unit is garbage.
Yep. That one, it really,
We've had some that weren't.
that high dollar one, there was very little garbage in that.
If you could buy a rich guy storage unit, I highly recommend it.
I'm not quite sure how a rich guy lost his storage unit.
I don't know. Maybe he went to jail for embezzling or something.
I don't know.
I don't know, but we got lucky on that one. That's not the norm.
Yep, so we do go look out for storage units. A couple websites that I found lately, I try and stay away from HiBid just because I'm bad on that one. I did not.
She's too competitive to be in an auction setting most times.
Yes. So that one, I bought stuff, but I did not make a good deal on it. CTBids, I know other people talk about CTBids. That one, they don't have any locations near us to pick up. So I typically don't go to that one. But the newest one that I found is ProxyBid.
Yep.
And that one, there's a location in a town just south of Sioux Falls where we source at, and a location that's in the town to the east of there. And those ones go for like I was looking at their stuff and they're not going for like high bid prices.
Yep. So look for the auction sites around your local area. Find out which ones work best for you, that they have local locations. Yep. And there are online auctions that they'll ship too. So there's a lot of different auction settings, including like farm auctions and estate auctions. There's estate sales in the winter. Although in the wintertime, estate sales seem to go away here.
Yeah,
they don't happen often.
I think it's partially because if it's crappy outside, nobody's going to come, and two, they don't want people tracking that dirt and mud and stuff from the snow through their house.
It's weird. It's almost like people just stop passing away in the wintertime, like it's too inconvenient.
They don't just have them for passed away people. People have living auctions too.
Well, sometimes, but estate sales seem to really dry up here in the wintertime. There are a few, and we will watch for them, and we'll go to those. But estate sales, they're hit and miss for us. I mean, we've done okay at some, but generally speaking, it's not usually our bag. Sometimes we do really good. So you got to go for the off chance.
When I put them in the list for garage selling, I always forewarn Corey right before we're getting ready to go to it and say we're going to an estate sale, and he's like, first day. I'm like, yep. He's like, oh. Yeah.
Yep. There's certain estate sale companies in our area that you know if you're going to, they're going to have things marked through the roof, and I don't know why. It's just some estate sale companies are really good, some are really, really greedy, and you know when you're going to those, you'll get to know which estate sale companies are the ones you want to go to.
Yep.
and that's kind of what we do.
That's
So,
right. We've had good luck at 2. 1 we're just not a fan of.
yeah, one in particular in this area is just outrageous on their pricing, and they always have been, it seems like. So even on half off day, they're like at eBay price, it seems like. So we just don't go to a lot of those.
Nope.
All right, what do we sell next?
We sold some Columbia. We sold a man. This is the one that I giggled at. Remember I told you I read the description? And it doesn't say men's. Typically I put men's, whatever. But it says man's. It's a man's shirt. It's a Columbia PFG big and tall terminal tackle, whatever, red Omniwick shirt.
This bag is really noisy. You can't really see anything. It's just a red shirt.
But the bonus of it is a 4X.
It is. Large size clothing does
Not
seem
that
to do well.
that shouldn't be a bonus.
It is a bonus because if it was a
us
small,
resellers,
it would
wouldn't
still be
sell.
sitting here.
So, but that one, it's almost like brand new. Was it new?
I don't
Oh yeah, it's new. It has a tag still on it.
Okay. Well, somebody's getting a wing night shirt. It's red, so you can't see the stains.
Barbecue sauce is like orange and maroon.
Well, maybe he's a buffalo wing eater. It's red.
So this one sold for good money. It sold for $49.99
Yep.
plus shipping.
So clothing can be good. It just sucks to list.
The next item that we sold came out of our storage, our estate sale buyout.
These could be considered clothing too.
They're
Kinda.
outer gear.
Outer gear.
outerwear. But they came out of our estate sale buyout. They are, this one I did right. They're vintage men's Gordini black leather mittens, size medium.
Yep. So they're these guys.
Do you wear mittens?
I've worn mittens before, but
I
these
just
wouldn't
can't
even
think of
fit
it
on
as
my.
men's.
Like I can't even
They
get my
unzip.
hand in those. I know, but still, you're not going to get a hand in a medium.
It specifically said men's. Oh no, yeah, there's.
Yeah, no way. No, these are girls' gloves.
No, it's a men's medium. It's for a petite dude.
So for dainty dudes.
Dainty dude.
So mittens are going out. Somebody with small
are.
hands.
They went out. They sold for $24.99 plus shipping.
There you go.
That was a good one.
All right, I think that's it for today. Now we just have to go through packing, and the pumpkin was not even the largest thing we have to pack today. We've got
We sold the Mr. Christmas ski slope that's in a box like this big by this big. So when I talked earlier in the video about making the deal with the guy, he was the one I made the deal with, that I went and double checked shipping to make sure and found a cheaper rate on pirate ship than what eBay calculated. So I just told him I'd refund the difference.
Yeah, we got a lot of Frankenboxing to do today. It's going to be a big packing day, so we've got to get to the post office, so we better get to packing. We will see you guys later.
Hasta la vista, baby.